Test, test, test. There we go. Test. Okay. Now my mic is probably super loud. All right, can you guys hear me right now? Test, test, test. There we go. Just
Test.
giving a okay.
I was talking this whole time, and
Now
I'm
my
glad
mic is
somebody
probably
pointed
super
that out.
loud. Okay, radio check. Can everybody hear me? Can I get like a
All right, can you guys hear me?
It's not bad. Okay, so you can hear me. All right.
Now.
So what I was saying is, I'm hopefully be able to get armbar today, or maybe something else. Holy smokes, dog! Are you gonna eat all your food right now? Everybody hear me? You can eat all your food. Can you guys hear me? It's not bad. Okay, it's so loud. All right. So what I was saying is, all right. So let's see. Okay, so we're running pistol train here, and we are. It's low again. I don't know what's going on. Holy smokes, dog! Are you gonna eat all your food right now? Hold on. You can eat all your food. It's not bad. Okay. It's so loud. Do a sound check on my side. Test, 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 test. All right. It's very quiet at max volume for me. So, okay. You're gonna hear some feedback probably, but this is just me testing things out. Okay. That should be good right there. I moved it quite a bit up. Very quiet at max volume. I think I did at least. It's been. I feel like I almost feel like I'm restarting this whole thing. You're gonna hear some feedback probably. But anyways, all right. So what are we doing? So we are testing out. We got luck in there. We don't want luck in there. So we're just gonna go down, and we're testing out. That should be good right there. I moved it downhill. I need my notes up. I think I did at least. It's been. I feel like I almost feel like I'm restarting. Okay, there we go. So we got, like I was telling everybody before, it's a little bit harder to test things. Oh shoot, I got to do my settings for defense. It's a little bit harder to test things this year because I can't just like go. I can't just back out and go. Okay, hey, like I'm gonna upgrade this one player now. Okay, there we go. So I have to like get everything right the first time, which is terrifying sometimes. It's a little bit harder to test things. Oh shoot, I gotta do my settings for defense. So we're gonna go. It's a little bit harder to test coach adjustments. We want because I can't just like go focus on the dive. Okay, hey, like I'm gonna for the first one, and then we want focus on the pitch. So I have to like get everything right the first time, which is all right. Terrifying sometimes. So we're gonna go Mythicos, Rainbow, DK. What do you guys think? What do you guys think of the game so far? Focus on the dive for the first one, and then we want focus on the pitch. So I have to like get everything right the first time, which is all right. Terrifying sometimes. So let's see. 0 for 2. Mythicos, Rainbow, DK. What do you guys think? What do you guys think of the game so far? Focus on the dive. I mean, it's weird. Like I really haven't done much other than just that first test I did for Quest Pro. But other than that, I haven't really played the game. Oh, Mythicos, you're waiting for 6 more days. The agony. I mean, now like I'm really so. If I remember correctly, you said you're a triple option guy yourself, and you're also in one of my leagues for the CRL. And I'm curious, with the 26 pick in a league, who are you going with, man? Or who do you want? I mean, you're going to be so far down that you could probably say, I'm going to take ULM or Kent State, and probably get them. You know what I mean? For the CRL. Rainbow says I haven't played it yet. I'm away from games until Monday, so I got to. Okay, that makes sense. Who are you going with? That makes sense. Who do you want? I mean, you're going to be so far down that you could probably say. So we can't break a. We certainly can't throw a stiff arm at anybody here. Probably get them. You know what I mean? Your 94 break tackle. So just so you guys are tracking, if anybody's watching this after the fact, that makes sense. Everybody has an 80. Trucking, stiff arm, juke, spin move, 94 break tackle. All the running backs have 94 break tackle, and 90s on all movement abilities, so speed, acceleration, agility, things like that. And they're all 6 foot, 200 pounds. And the guy that we're going against, number 10 over there, is also 6 foot, 200 pounds. And also, I'm a doorknob and completely forgot to look at his tackle ability. So, 90s on we'll check that out in a minute. We'll check it out after I do all the testing, right? And then we'll go, oh, I should have changed that. Mythico says North Texas is my favorite, but they won't be around. They will not be around. Georgia Southern was a favorite for a while. Georgia Southern, didn't they have Adrian Peterson? Not the big name Adrian Peterson, but the little name Walter Payton award winning Adrian Peterson like 2 times. Texas is my favorite, but I think they had him back in the day. For a while. All right, so we cannot break a tackle. It makes me wonder if downhill is nerfed a little bit. Walter Payton award. I mean, 94. I mean, well, maybe it's not nerfed, but I mean, we don't have downhill on this guy at all. So this is it. This is my my control here. The real Adrian Peterson, he says Bears AP. Oh yeah, that's right. I forgot he played on the Bears. Late echo for anyone else? Is nerfed a little bit. Shouldn't be an echo. I don't have anything, any sound coming through at all on my end. But I mean, we don't. I hope not. On this guy at all. So this is my yeah. Let me know though if there's the real Adrian Peterson late echo. I don't even know how to fix that. Okay, so we just ran 20. All stiff arms on that. Let's see, 20 stiff. Any sound coming through at all on my end. And now I'm gonna switch it. So we're gonna switch it up to bronze ability. Yeah, let me know. Slight echo. I don't know what that's coming from. Late echo. Because for an echo to happen, I would have to hear it. Okay, so and I don't hear anything. All stiff arms on that. That's off. Interesting. Now I'm gonna switch it. So we're gonna switch. Do you have your stream open on your desktop? Slight echo. I don't know what that's. I do have it open on the desktop. For an echo to happen, I would have to hear it. Okay, so here, hold on. I just muted it though. Okay, so tell me if that it's possible. That's a good catch. Tell me if you guys hear the stream going also from that. And now that you said that, let me make sure everything else is closed on here, because I don't want something playing in the background. Yep. Okay, so I just had to mute. I had to mute the stream, even though I can't hear it. That's a good catch. Appreciate it. All right, so now we're going to flip over to bronze downhill. Like I said, everybody's got 90 speed, 70, 94 break tackle. So Witt, our control there, he went 0 for 20. 0 for 20 with 94 break tackle. Now, I was using a stiff arm every time, and he only has an 80 stiff arm. So I guess what I'm saying with that test is the stiff arm rating of an 80 is overruling the 94 break tackle, I believe. That's what it sounds like. So, okay, now we got bronze downhill in. Let's see what happens with this guy. Also, yeah, I think I was mentioning it. Maybe I mentioned it before when I didn't have my audio going, but tell you what, off platform has been changed a little bit, because I could not get that thing to activate as often as I did on last year's test. Just standing around, kind of like leading the receiver, kind of like I was just throwing it to the side. And so it doesn't seem as powerful as it once did. Also, I don't know. Maybe we don't. Maybe stiff arm does not activate downhill this year. I don't know what's going on here. We're 0 for 26 right now. Yeah. So, and also when I was doing the off-platform test, I got 0 activations on bronze, silver. Yeah, bronze and silver. They started activating on gold, but it was very, very sporadic compared to what it used to be. So I would say if you are looking at getting a backfield creator, just to kind of like have that ability on the ready and throwing off, like quote unquote off platform, but not really. I don't know if that's really the move this year. Also, this stiff arm is not working. I'm really, I got to double check number 10. Number 10's a cornerback, so his tackling is not going to be super high. I know I need to double check his stuff, but can't imagine it's too. He's not sitting at a 90, 95 or anything, and we haven't broken a single tackle with a stiff arm yet. So it's possible that downhill just doesn't activate. Now, off platform, that's not just on the move though. That's going to be when you throw to the sides, right? Oh, I forgot backfield creators got magician. Now, if they have magician, that is a whole different, that's something I would still go for, because as somebody who played with a lot of pure runners last year, magician was really, really good when you need to move. And backfield creators not having it kind of, it felt like more of a backfield creator ability than it did a pure runner. So what I'm going to do, since I'm doing this test right now with all stiff arms and I'm 0 for 40, I'm also going to run this test back through all the people with like the truck stick, because I want to make sure that we're getting some good data on this. But right now I'm just going to do all stiff arms, so we're 0 for a million, and we're going to switch out to our silver because we're 0 for 40 right now. DK Captain Shenanigans said, I figure even without that, I would prefer abilities that help while on the move over abilities that help while standing in the pocket. While I'm in the pocket, I don't really need the help. Yes, and off platform was so broken last year that just standing there and making a, you know, a throw to the out, like an out route, going and giving you that platinum ability, that's huge, in my opinion. Okay, so now we're on silver. We're still just doing stiff arms here, and then like I said, I'm gonna go to truck stick after this. I stand in the camp when we're looking at abilities. I'm in the camp of what activates the most with how I play, right? So if I can have an ability activate every time I throw the ball, I want that ability, right? Because any improvement every time you throw the ball is a good thing, rather than the 5 times a game I might be on the run and throw. So yes, but I think EA realized that it was broken, and they said, wait, that wasn't the intent of the ability, to stand in the pocket and like throw dimes all over the place. Okay, so I'm gonna gather here. I thought I did the very first play. I had the platinum on and I broke a tackle with a stiff arm, so I thought the stiff arm was gonna work, but 80 stiff arm is not working. DK, what are you thinking about for your team? You're behind me in the draft. So I'll tell you this, if it's truly not a team that I was already looking at, I will not take your team, I promise. And I already posted, I think, on my story the teams I was looking at. So I'm cool. I promise I won't just take your team and go, oh wow, that is a good choice. But I'm curious to who you're looking at. And Rainbow, I also want to know, so I know you just said you don't have the game right now. Are you doing any online dynasties this year? If so, what are you guys looking at for your draft, and what teams are you looking at? DK says, here's the thing, if you have step up and you prefer to throw from the pocket, it may be better for you, but in those situations, get flushed out. Now, step up's only on pocket passers, right? Or is step up on backfield creators? Because that would be 2 separate things there. But if you have a good backfield creator and you throw from the pocket all day, you'll be just fine. Yeah, you're not wrong. I mean, backfield creators are, they're the second best passing archetype in the game. So if you have a good one, you're right. You're fine. You're going to be fine just throwing from the pocket. Did I forget how to stiff arm, or does stiff arm just not work this year? Rainbow says, I'm in OMT Online Dynasty and one with my buddies. Oh, what's going on, Waterboy? Appreciate you coming in. We're doing some testing on downhill today. And just so you know, stiff arms, I don't know if they work for downhill. They did last year. Pretty much downhill was on everything, but we are 0 for 20 on stiff arms. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to make sure we do head first after this one, or not head first, but the truck stick after this. When we're switching over to gold, I just want to make sure that we have no issues here. And then what else? Waterboy says, I got you. Sam Houston State and USF so far. USF, that's a solid choice. I think we were talking about that yesterday. USF, I mean, you got decent uniforms. You got an NFL stadium. So you're kind of set up for the future if you go deep into this dynasty. You're not stuck at, you know, like having a Bowling Green or, you know, a real small stadium. Like you have an NFL stadium. Comparing pocket passers to backfield creators, but I think backfield creators are the best passers in the game. DK says, I'm looking for a West Coast 2-star and below to try to get some of those SoCal 3-stars. What Rainbow? Have you looked at what I think maybe Nevada? So I know they're not like in California. You could do Nevada. They got some cool uniforms. And in state, you only have UNLV. So I think they have pipelines in California. I would assume they do. Somebody also mentioned Hawaii has really good California pipelines. Oregon State has some good ones off the top of my head. And then, of course, you have like Sacramento State, Fresno State, SGASU. I mean, San Jose State, I've really liked their uniforms. I like their color scheme. But I think if I was doing that, oh my God, we cannot break a tackle. This is wild to me, guys, that you cannot break a tackle with the stiff arm. I think I would probably I'd probably go Nevada. I like the blue-gray. That's one of my favorite color combinations. And only having one other school in state with UNLV, who's also G5, you're going to pretty much be able to run the state of Nevada. Not that it has a ton of recruits, but it's not bad. Well, it might be bad, but it's not bad to have that on lockdown, right? And then what do you have? Arizona State, New Mexico has no real recruits, but they don't have any real programs. So you kind of can run the Southwest and dip into the Southern California part. And I'm just going to make an assumption here. Do not, if you got downhill, unless number 10 here is like Steve Atwater reincarnated, don't use stiff arm for downhill. I'm just going to put it out. That's my unfortunate theory here, because we're 0 for 65 right now. 75, excuse me. Oh, we broke a tackle. Finally broke a tackle. Holy smokes. Okay, so, but as you see, downhill did not go off. So that's probably just a roll of the dice, to be honest. Rainbow says, Oregon State, Washington State, SDSU. The thing I don't like, I'm such a Jersey snob. San Diego State only has one helmet, and it bothers me. Yeah, it's absolutely wild. So just so you know, Waterboy, I don't know if you were in here when I told everybody the ratings. He's got an 80 stiff arm, but he has 90. They all have 94 break tackle. So what this is telling me is your break tackle does not influence your stiff arm. Your break tackle is just simply break tackle. Okay, so we're going to go knock out the platinum, and then we're going to go all the way back through, and we'll do the truck stick, and we'll see how that works. But downhill, not going off stiff arms is kind of wild to me. And I know I'm not that. I mean, I might not be perfect, right? I think we discussed that during the head first test last year. I might not be perfect on these, But I ain't that bad. Oh, there we go. Yeah, Rainbow. That's honestly like if I'm doing a online dynasty that I'm like gonna be playing for a while, like I gotta have some kind of alternates. So we've had downhill light up one time. Unless the truck stick works on this one, this could have went from like first to worst. There's another broken tackle, but no light up. One light up. Oh man. I just hurt my feelings. So I'm streaming and I'm doing all that stuff. I forgot to hit the record button. Okay, that's cool. I'm glad I didn't have good data to I could just talk about this on the video. That hurts my feelings though. All right. What is this, Rainbow? I came in the middle of the dynasty last year. This is the first time I get to pick. Accepted offers from Texas. Most plain uniforms in the game. Only white pants, so I feel that. Yeah. Yeah, I wouldn't do it. One team that oh, there we go. There's a nice little broken tackle. Some fun uniforms from a Power 4 team. I ran Illinois. There's another one. There we go. Okay, getting some more. Illinois in 25, and they had some fun ones. I like their little throwback helmet that looks like a leather helmet, and I enjoyed their uniforms. Can't believe I forgot to hit the record button. Oh, that's all right. So we're getting a lot more here. So this is the weird thing. You're telling me bronze, silver, and gold light up 0 times? Assuming that it's broken, right? And then you get to platinum and the ability's lit up 4 times. So it does light up off stiff arm. It's just extremely, extremely rare. Now, of course, like if your stiff arm's like a 90, 95 or something like that, it's gonna light up more. But I'm sure you guys saw the cost of power. I mean, it's 20 points to put power up, and your stiff arm's gonna fall under there. Oh, there we go. There's 2 right there. 7, 13. I gotta. One minute. I drive in Illinois for work, and it's fun passing by all the college stadiums. Illinois State, NIU. NIU's one that like I've told people before, I grew up in Wisconsin on the Illinois-Wisconsin border, and we had a pretty good football school for my high school, and one of our big players, like broke all the school records at running back for rushing. He got recruited by Notre Dame, but his academics sucked, so he ended up going to NIU, Northern Illinois, assuming that he was gonna be able to start. But then he had Michael the Burner Turner and Garrett Wolf sitting in front of him. Ended up being like 3rd string on the team. It was kind of fun though, because it was kind of fun to see him in NCAA football. Like this was back in the day before the hiatus that they had. So it was a good time. Casimiro Prime, that was his name. Was an awesome name too. Got to give him that. Got to give him his parents that. So right now we're at 12 out of 18 on platinum. So it works. Stiff arm works on the platinum level. Do not use it. I'm gonna say do not use it before the platinum level though. All right, so now we're gonna Missy Elliott. We're gonna flip it in reverse. We're gonna go all the way back to no ability, and we're gonna use just the truck stick and see if we can break more tackles with just the truck stick here, all the way through. All right. Waterboy, what about you? So you are in the Creator Dynasty. If you're still in the chat, what school are you looking at? And let me flip this over. I'm gonna go 0 for 1. Truck. All right. I am, so off the top of my head, oh, you're conflicted. I'm curious about your confliction. I've done just a little research myself. I'm definitely going like I don't care if we allow P4 schools. I'm not taking one because that's not my jam. There's a couple schools I'm eyeballing. I always like Rice. I kind of like Georgia State, but I'm not sure. I don't know if I want a team that can compete right now or a true rebuild. I mean, what's going to be in our dynasty, for the Creator Dynasty, what's going to be better for your channel? I would assume it's going to be like a full rebuild that would be better. More eyeballs would be tuned into. But I don't know what you're shooting for. And also with as long as you don't go full rebuild, like take Kent State, you should be all right on competing if everybody's kind of staying around that 2 to 2.5 prestige type team. All right, so we are not breaking anything with the truck stick. This is expected, though. You know, this guy has no abilities, no downhill. Only the truck stick is at an 80. And then just so everybody's aware, again, this is a cornerback we're going against, and everybody's height and weight is the same. And we're going to surprise ourselves at the end of this and look at this guy's tackling because I forgot to from the start. So I'm not going to go back through and then second guess myself. Fun rebuild, a full rebuild with where the computer is a challenge. Well, yeah, I mean that might be the skill level thing. I will say this year, just playing the beta a little bit, the computer felt harder. I'm not gonna lie. And just kind of looking at this testing right now, what they may have done based off of the Press Pro video and off this one, they may have tuned the abilities down a little bit. So we are 0 for 20 on the truck sticks with no ability. That was expected, though, somewhat. Not fully, because that guy still has a 94 break tackle. So an 80 truck, like that's one thing to me that is a little wild. So 94 break tackle, 80 truck, 0 for 20 against a cornerback. Now, I'm just curious. I got to look at that cornerback. Like, are we playing against Steve Atwater over here? He's a bump and run quarterback. What is his tackle? 77. 77. That is wild. So 94 break tackle, 80 on the truck stick, and we can't break a 77 tackle. But that's why we have downhill, right? So now we are on the bronze player. Let me write this down. And Waterboy says, I'm leaning towards the Ohio Bobcats. I promise I won't take them. I also like the Ohio Bobcats a little bit. But the one thing I don't like about Ohio is I hate green jerseys in the game. I just feel like I lose them. I feel like I lose them in the grass. All right, let's see. Maybe. So we are not breaking any tackles. I coached one of their wide receivers in middle school and high school. That's pretty cool, man. What'd you coach? So I mean, were you like a coordinator, a head coach, a position coach? I tried to I was gonna get into coaching, maybe post-military, but yeah, we'll see. I tried to do something called Soldiers to Sidelines. It's a little symposium. It's kind of cool though. They had like some NFL coaches and whatever talking, and I guess they do some very specific job stuff. But I got busy at work and I ended up not being able to participate. So hopefully I'll be able to get it here in the future. Mythico says it's 3 stars and under. Yeah. And it's going to be restricted. So they're going to take away some of the teams like Wisconsin, and it's 3 stars and under. And if I recall, it's under 5,000 NIL buckaroos or whatever you want to call them, wing-wangs, because they're not dollars. Waterboy, I was a head coach in middle school, office coordinator in high school, hung up the whistle when I had my daughter. Oh, you know, I understand that, man. I just had my son, my first child, 10 months ago, and he has changed my life for the better. He's a fantastic little boy. So, yeah. I can see, certainly we're talking about this. Me and Coco B. Cruton were talking about this the other day. He said he was a track coach, and he said that he just didn't have the time commitment to be a football recruiter. And I get it. Like, it's just huge. Also, just looking at this test here, we are 0 for 18 on the truck stick. Again, I'm not perfect, but I'm not that bad. So sometimes I'm hitting it early. Sometimes I'm probably trying to hit it late. I'm sure sometimes I'm hitting it dead on though. So, but I am focusing on this, and we're 0 for 20. So, I mean, at this point, oh, thank you, Waterboy. I appreciate that. As somebody, I never thought I wanted kids, and then I had my son, and I was like, I'm enamored. Okay, so we're 0 for 20 on bronze. I don't know what else to test other than stiff arm and truck stick. I mean, I guess I could try to. I mean, I don't know how else you're running through somebody, but downhill appears not to work on bronze. We're 0 for 40. We were 0 for 20 on stiff arms, 0 for 20 on truck sticks. Now we're going to the silver ability here. Oh. Now, of course, this is in practice, and maybe in a game it will work. But I don't know. I don't think so. I don't think it's just going to change. Coco's school, he coaches is at like 20 ways. Oh, wow. That's pretty cool, man. So you must be in the, oh, we got a broken tackle. You must be in the Ohio area yourself then. I think that's what Coco said, is he was in the Ohio area. I think I'm pretty sure they heavily tuned the abilities, the offensive abilities down. I mean, this just seems, I mean, last year, don't get me wrong, bronze abilities were okay, you know. They were bronze abilities, right? But silver abilities were okay. They were okay. So I'm very surprised right now with the results of this test. I mean, we haven't seen it light up a single time yet for anything outside of platinum, which is just wild to me. What is going on, Cordell? We are back. You are absolutely right. And I am trying to get out some good content for everybody. I just had that first Press Pro video out. I was a little bit busy, unfortunately, yesterday, so I couldn't get it out yesterday. I got it out this morning. Did some off-platform testing, didn't like the results. Not necessarily good or bad, but just didn't feel like I had solid results. So kind of scrapped that and moved on to the downhill ability, which we've tested out stiff arm so far. So we went through all the levels on stiff arm, and it did not work on like anything but platinum. And now we're testing out the truck stick, and the truck stick seems like it also is not working on anything. So I'm kind of concerned about downhill. And as somebody who runs the option, I was very excited to see that Pure Runners got it. And now that I can't break a tackle, I'm not so excited. Because I don't know what I'm doing. I don't think I'm doing anything wrong here. But what this is telling me is it's more important to have the very specific stiff arm truck stick abilities up than it is to have just simple break tackle up, because we have 94 break tackle on these guys versus a 77 tackle on this cornerback, and I am struggling to break tackles. Last year I would have ran over this guy multiple times, and we just went 0 light ups, 1 for 20 on silver. This is kind of eye-opening. I think I'm gonna go out on a limb without any testing. I'm gonna say armbar is gonna be better than downhill this year, because if you put the armbar ability up, the attribute up, and mix it with the ability, I think it's gonna be A1, or even head first. The problem with those two, though, is they cost a metric ton of points because they're in the power categories. Unless there's a archetype I'm not tracking where they're not in that. Now we are on the gold ability right now. We are 0 for 1. I gotta start my note. Okay. So we're only doing the truck stick on the gold ability. Super expensive, Cordell. I mean, we're looking at 20 points for a power upgrade. So, I mean, if I'm advising somebody on what to do for their running backs, I mean, obviously Shifty is going to be probably good, so you might want to go east-west playmaker. But if that's not your jam and you want to go something else, I know last year the athlete contact seekers were the strongest. Oh, there we go. There's a nice little stiff arm. I like it. Or excuse me, truck stick. The athlete contact seekers last year were the strongest out there, right? The strongest running backs. So maybe that's something you look into, and you start with a higher power. So you hopefully have a higher stiff arm, you have a higher everything. Yeah, I don't know. Right now it's seeming pretty bad. Because I mean, even with this, we're 2 for 9 so far with the truck stick on gold. 3 for 10, but we haven't had the ability light up at all. So sure, is it working better? Yeah, but it's not. I don't know if it's working as intended. No, they did not remove the north-south blockers. They are still in the game, Mythicos. Which, I'm telling you, like, it's probably going to be just based off this. Like last year, looking at the running backs, I would say, in my opinion, the best running back was the elusive bruiser. These guys are all elusive bruisers. Everybody you've seen on here, besides the no ability guy, is an elusive bruiser. And these guys cannot get past this cornerback. Now, again, we're in practice mode against the computer on Heisman. Maybe that's the issue. Everything default sliders. Last year, this was not an issue, though. So, yeah, I don't know. Yeah, north-south receivers, Yeah, maybe they'll be the meta. But I'm gonna guess it's gonna be East-West playmakers based off of this testing right here. I'm not going for a elusive bruiser. Ain't no way I'm wasting my time and effort in this. Fast elusive bruisers were amazing. Yeah, absolutely, because that downhill kicked in and really helped out. But I mean, right now, unless it's on platinum, I can't get it to really do anything. Let's see. Let me make. Am I going crazy? All right. So let's look at. Okay, I can't look at the abilities right now. Actually, let me pull up a website. So I know I can just pull that up. Make sure they didn't change the wording on downhill here. So downhill. Okay, so nope, it looks the same to me. So unless the issue is that I'm not hitting 90% of my max speed, which is possible, that's why I'm not hitting anything on bronze, silver, gold, and only getting things on platinum. But I guess we'll see here in a second. Who am I looking for? I am looking for platinum. So we have luck on there. And that could be the issue, is I'm not getting up to speed fast enough. I guess that's something that could be the issue. But here's my thing. If that's the case, you're never going to break a tackle from a defensive back or a linebacker. There's one. Okay. So truck stick, we're gonna say we're 1 for 1. And I did this exact test last year with the exact same setup, and I had no problem. So that is that's what I would say, is it's like, when I say same setup, exact same. So I mean, like, same play and everything, and I was just fine doing it. I guess maybe the only thing I could do is maybe go further like this to the outside, break that tackle. But I mean, do you really need to go that wide to break a tackle to get up to speed? I don't know. 90 acceleration is not, we're not terrible on our acceleration. He is breaking far more tackles at the platinum level, and obviously because he's getting up to speed faster. I would making that assumption now. But I mean, I just don't see the benefit. If you're, maybe somebody in the chat can tell me, if I'm never going to get up to 100% speed by the time I hit the linebacker or the first set of people, like, why is it's not going to be that good, right? I mean, I guess what you could do is, I mean, I guess it would be good for like screen passes, because you're going to be able to get up to speed on those. Or if you just like evade the first, that was a broken tackle. You evade the first person, sure, but you don't have any juke moves, if I remember correctly, or you don't have any. You don't have a high juke or spin. I mean, you can still get away with a low spin and still get some stuff. I mean, on the platinum level so far, we're 10 of 14. This isn't terrible. It's not, to me, what it was last year, though. That's for sure. Because last year, I would break the tackle for the first guy and the second guy. Fast Eddie, that's a very good question. Yes, it does. It does help. It's kind of weird. So I did that last year. I was running a test where I put the acceleration at 99 and I put their speed at like 1. And I ran it with a fullback up the middle, and every single time last year it helped. Like my player would always break that first tackle no matter what, because he's up, quote unquote, up to speed. So maybe that's what it is. Maybe I'm too fast. I mean, my running backs, they're all 90s on speed with a 90 acceleration. I thought that would be a fair test for a running back. I mean, I guess you could put them at like an 85. You know, I would say this. I'm looking at it right now. Platinum feels fine. I'm not gonna say it's amazing, but it feels fine. We went 15 for 20 with the truck stick, 13 for 20 on the stiff arm. Let me just try something real quick. Yeah, see, I mean, okay. So now let me go back because I'm just curious. I want to see if maybe I did the test a little bit. I don't want to say, well, maybe I did it wrong. Maybe I just didn't get him up to speed fast enough. So let's go down to the bronze player. I just want to try him out. And see if I can go wider and get him up to speed. So let me move the ball over. And we'll do it this way. And go this. Then I got to get up to speed. Hit him with a stiff arm. Nothing happened. Let me just, I want to try this up to speed thing. So let's go up to speed. We're going to say we're 0 for 1 on this up to speed test. Other than doing this, you know, I don't know. I'm just doing stiff arms because that's like, I feel like I'm at the angle right now for a stiff arm when you're going wide like that. But I mean, we can see here, so far we're 0 for 3. No, it's not lighting up. And how, you know, I'm looking at this and I'm like, how am I not up to speed right there? I feel like I'm going full speed. I'm not increasing my speed anymore. And I'm not getting any broken tackles. And we have yet to see it even one time light up on the bronze level. So again, am I saying it's, you know, 0 for 7? Would I get it on the platinum? Sure, I'd get it on platinum. Would I want to spend the points on getting it all the way up there? No, not at all. I would say based off of this, again, I think just what I see here. Oh, that was a good, I like that. That was a nice stiff arm. 1 for 9. I think armbar is going to be better. Armbar and trucks head first. So do what you want with that information. That's a surprise. I think I just expected it just to be good. Even though EA does have a tendency to nerf things after they were really good one year. Well, this isn't going to work, but we'll see. Just looking at something like Takeoff in 25 to Takeoff in 26, there was a huge change in that one. So, I mean, I guess it makes sense that downhill goes from the king of all running back abilities down to maybe a mediocre ability. I don't know how I'm going to rate this one, though, guys. Like, I have a hard time saying I'm just going to do this up to speed. I'm going to go all the way through each ability and try to get it, see when I can get it to rock, I guess. 'Cause at the moment, I don't think it exists on bronze and silver. Yeah. Hey, Fast Eddie, I don't know if you're still in here. If you are, I do appreciate that you're a new name. I guess I'm gonna ask, you know, how'd you find the channel? What are you looking at for 27? Do you do Road to Glory? Are you a Dynasty guy? Are you playing online Dynasties? That was a broken tackle. So we went 2 for 20 right there on the bronze ability when we got him up to speed. So I guess that's better, but it's terrible. Let's go to silver. Let's try out silver. Get this one up to speed. Make sure. I'm so disappointed. I like downhill. And I wanted downhill on my quarterback. When I saw that change, like, I was very excited. All right. So we are on silver now, and we are... Oh, for one. On up to speed. Up. Speed. I'm a dynasty / cut. Found your content on Reddit. Oh, cool. Awesome. Still learning the game right now. Well, I'll tell you this, man. I am here. You know, I'm not going to say I'm the best teacher, but that is my goal with this channel, is to teach people about the abilities, because it's just all you see is that one little blurb on the game's ability. It's like, oh yeah, break tackles improves at max speed, but like how much? Like, so, and what I don't want people to do is, unless they're playing me, of course, right? I don't want them to waste their points on things that don't work or things that just don't fit their play style. I think that's one thing that we often overlook in gaming. We hear about the meta, and so we think, oh, I have to run it also. Well, football is such a scheme-based game that the meta is what you make it, in my opinion. I don't think you have to run trips on every single play to be good. I don't think you have to run the veer and shoot to spread the field out. You know, it's but can you win with that? Sure. I think you can also win with the option. You can win with a single back formation, run and play action. But you have to have the right players to do it. And part of the right players, I'm not going to count that one. Part of the right players is having the right abilities. You know, there was some discussion we had the other day, yesterday. Some people will go after a 5-star gem no matter what, right? Personally, if they don't fit my scheme, I'm not. Now, am I civil GG and I have, you know, I've won multiple Madden tournaments? No. But generally speaking, I win at a decent rate in all my online dynasties that are relatively competitive. And I've been playing for a while. I've been decent my whole Madden / college football eras. I was better on the sticks when I was younger, of course, but I wouldn't say I'm a chump, right? You know, I'm pretty decent. So I always look at it like, hey, if you're better than me on the sticks and you apply these, you know, the scheme-based abilities that fit what you're trying to do, I think you're going to be better. So we are on, back to the test, we are on silver. We've broken 1 tackle, and I'm really making sure I'm up to speed. And we have zero times that the ability is procced. Again, sure, it could be practice mode that's not letting it proc, but one thing I noticed last year is sometimes the ability would not proc in practice mode, but you would still get the results. I'm not seeing the results. Okay, so 1 for 20, no light ups, and now we're gonna go up to speed. Setting up the gold test here. Okay. Now I'll tell you this. This though has me excited to do the armbar test. So that's probably, you know what? That's gonna be my next test, honestly, because I want to see how armbar does in comparison. Okay, there we go. My voice, my audio, of course, is slightly ahead, but looking better already. Oh, there we go. We finally got it to light up on one light up on gold. Because even though we broke the tackles before on gold, we didn't get it to light up. There we go. We got another one. Fastity says, so I started running some tests too, like what ratings change archetype. Interesting. And what were your findings? Because that is something that I'm always curious about. Of course. Mythicos, curious if the formation shifts mess with the defense, like motion stuff, wheel stuff, or flipping the trips formation in the last 2 years. I think we were talking about that yesterday, Mythicos. I think it does. And I wouldn't be surprised if your local online dynasty banned it before they fix it. Because right now, I think it messes up the defense like completely. And it almost feels like it's not worth, the juice isn't worth the squeeze by allowing it. In 26, I was curious about switching them since you could cheese the position changes. Kind of glad they eliminated it. Yeah. So one thing I don't want to say that. I don't want to say I don't try to cheese the position changes. What I tried last year is I really wanted the super wins for my running backs to happen more often with height and weight. So I tried to like put athlete rushers in, athlete speed rushers into my running back slots. It did not work. It was terrible. Cape, we are, yeah, absolutely. You can reach out on Reddit, man. Just shoot me a DM on Reddit. I'm always available. Also, actually, you know what? I'm gonna throw it in the link. Let me throw the link in there. I have a Discord that we do a lot of talking, and you can always reach out on there too. Here, let me copy the link. I probably should have done this at the start, and we'll throw that in there now, and we'll pin it also. So, join the Discord. That's a really good way to reach me as well on there. Cape, we have found that downhill sucks this year. I don't know what I don't think I'm doing anything wrong. We've done a whole lot of yapping. There's a whole lot of yapping on there. So I've done stiff arm, I've done truck stick, and on top of that, I went through again for a third time just to make sure I'm getting all my guys up to speed. And it's bad. It is bad. Outside of platinum, I'm talking very bad. So I'll publish the results, but you know, bronze, silver, zero light ups on bronze and silver, and only one broken tackle total on 80 attempts. Now you might say, well, number 10 over here, he's Steve Atwater reincarnated. He is not. He has a 77 tackle and no abilities, but he is the exact same height and weight. But it's not good. It's not good, and I'm not impressed. Oh, we got one there. Yes, default sliders on Heisman. And we ended that up, ensuring 100% ensuring I got up to speed. 5 out of 20 on broken tackles with only 2 times it lit up. It was not good. Honestly, I don't even know what else I could do, because we did the truck stick independently. We did the stiff arm independently. Yeah, I don't think this is a good one. I'm going to forgot you test on Heisman. Yeah, I mean, let me go back here. Just double check. Maybe I think it's the best to test on Heisman. The unfair difficulty. I mean, yeah, I could see it, but I think a lot of people play on Heisman, Pepe, so it's like that's why I test on it, right? I play on Heisman also, but as you see, all those are there. Gameplay sliders. I think the only thing I have changed on this is my quarterback accuracy. No, I don't. So I gotta put that down there. This is the new save, but I mean, sure. You know, I will say this. It needed to be reduced because last year, everybody was running wild. Everybody was running wild. I mean, it felt like every online dynasty I was in, the leading 5 players had running backs that were over 10 yards a carry. That's just super unrealistic. And so this needed to be nerfed. But what I would say is I am very, very curious on how armbar works, because I think that might be where it's at, because I just think the broken tackle is not, I think it's getting overruled by the lack of armbar slash truck stick. All right, where am I at? What are we sitting at? Well, let's see. Give me one sec here. Just want to check my time. Oh, over an hour. You know what? Let's see. I am not a Buffalo fan. I have it on random, by the way. All right. Let's go back. I'm going to set up the armbar now and run that test. Oh man, this always messes me up. Okay, so this is a way more difficult than last year. And I feel like I have like a million different save files right now, and I can never find out which one I actually need. I think it's test 1 is my, what am I in right now? Doesn't say. Downhill. I just keep saving more and more files. This is this is so annoying compared to last year. Last year was so much easier. Okay, training results. Yep, that's what I got to go to. Test 1. And let's see. So I'm going to use, well, I like to switch up the teams. I might have to use ULM because they have so many elusive bruisers, but let's just start. I'm going to look through them real quick, make sure there's not another team I can use. Just to represent a little bit. Who do I have? I have Yukon. 1, 2, 3. Do that. I could do the contacts. I could do Yukon with 3. I really need 4 players that have armbar though. 2. And preferably no other abilities on. That's the hard part. 1, 2, 3, 4. I could use them. It'd be 4 different archetypes. I guess that kind of works though, right? Let's see. I think they all have it. So elusive bruiser. I know he has it. Armbar. I just want to make sure. Oh, contact seekers don't have armbar. That's right. So it's just gonna be elusive bruisers and north-south receivers, I think. Yeah. Dang. Okay, so I need elusive bruisers, north-south receivers, and unfortunately they're rarely out there. Georgia State. Ooh, we got a lot of running backs here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so we could do Georgia State. We'll do Georgia State. Representing Georgia State here. Okay, let me just back up, make sure that I have the right... Make sure I actually have Georgia State. I do. Make them a commissioner. And... switch to this character. Also, I'm going to jump into my Discord chat if you're sitting in here listening. That way, everybody can talk if you want to talk. If you want to be on the stream, go into the Discord voice channel down at the bottom. And let me throw my headset on. And yeah, so you can join the stream here. Your voice will be on it if you go into the Discord chat, just so you're tracking. But we are available down there. And I'm curious your guys' thoughts, honestly. Uh-oh. We got DK in here. I don't know what that sound is when you join, by the way, but... All right, DK, so have you been watching the whole time? Did you jump in and out? I'm not really sure. I know people come in and out of streams quite a bit. Okay, so I mean, what did you think so far from what you heard? Yes, that's I almost said 2K's way, but that's EA's way. Why not, right? I mean, I think I did the test. I mean, did you see anything that I did wrong in the testing there? Because I felt fine. Like I felt, I was like, yeah, it's like, yeah, this is kind of what I did last year. And I got great results. I'm like confused at this point. So yeah, I mean, which makes sense, right? Because downhill, I mean, downhill was overpowered. It was the cheapest ability you could get, and it was the best ability, or second best to Shifty, you know. So now I'm gonna do armbar, and I'm gonna flip it. So I'm gonna have stiff arm at 96 and break tackle at 80, and see how that works out. I assume it's gonna. I think it's gonna be good. I just have a feeling. I don't know why I'm editing all that stuff. It doesn't matter. Yeah, I don't know what I'm gonna do now, man. Actually, my goal was to get pure runners and have downhill and just run through people. So I think, I don't know, maybe I'm gonna go dual threat now. Do we have dues? No, arm bars. Oh, hold on. No, I only, so hold on. No, I didn't. I did not mute my desktop. Desktop audio is still there. Somebody here, talk real quick. So yeah, I don't. Here, I'm moving my desktop audio up. Now it's yeah, the only thing I muted was the YouTube tab on the so I could actually have it up still. It looks like you guys are talking and it looks like it's fine on there on OBS. Yeah, so I have desktop audio on, and when you guys are talking, I can see the meter going up. Nope. do not. Interesting. I wonder, let me just try this. We go back. I'm gonna close that. I don't know. That's interesting. Let's see. Oh, that might be what it is. It is not in streamer mode. I'll put, I wonder if it's going to my headset. No, I was doing that yesterday, wasn't I? I don't know. I'm so bad at this stuff, man. What, so I mean, I'm curious what the off topic is here. So you're saying you would avoid that? The support staff? Hmm. Interesting. Mm-hmm. Now, what if you're playing in and maybe I'm off basis because I am doing something else here. But are you talking about like the training staff one, like where it like prevents wear and tear and stuff like that? Is that essentially what you're talking about? Oh, gotcha. Okay, I think I remember now. Reduce. Oh, so you don't think so? Reduce NIL expectations isn't worth it? Huh? Yeah. Uh-huh. Yeah. Yeah. So I mean, I guess so. What you're essentially though, you could math it out and say, hey, there is a way that this is valuable, but you have to hit this threshold. Okay. Because like. Mm-hmm. Okay. So what about maybe you said this is specific to a small school, or are you saying like it's still not worth it if you're running with Georgia? Okay. Okay. So now when I played the beta, obviously I wasn't in an online dynasty or anything like that, but part of what I was thinking and what I tried to do is like I'm just not like a guy that goes after the big recruits. Like I kind of just let other people, I'm like, yeah, you can do that. That's not me. That's not who I want to. I'm not going to waste all my time, effort, and then lose the recruit. So I guess if you're advising somebody who's looking at taking the 3-star recruits and the lower NIL guys in the first place, it definitely wouldn't be worth it. Or is it like, does it if I'm going for a 5-star recruit that wants 300 NIL, would it become more worth it? I guess is the question. Okay. Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, it's, I mean, it's valid. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Okay. So, I mean, and if this is something you don't want to put out, I fully understand. But so as a small school, like, what would you invest your NIL in? Because like I'm looking at it like a lot of the players you're going to go after, generally speaking, are already going to be pretty cheap on the NIL roster, on the NIL budget. I mean, you're looking at a lot of players that have, a. Okay, yeah. So looking at my test here, I messed everything up. So this is the hard part of doing it this way this year is I forgot to spend their points and they all upgraded their armbar to platinum. So we're not trying to do that. Okay. What's that? Hmm. All right. This is. Oh man. Let's see. And we'll put that up. Okay. Well, bronze and silver are done. I need Terrell. Alright. Terrell. So we just need gold and platinum and then a anybody else for control, for a nobility. I mean, we already did the nobility. Wow. Yeah, we'll see. So gold. And I gotta burn the rest of these points or else he'll use them on his power or upgrading his armor. Me too. And it's just so hard to justify with the point spending and how good downhill was last year. But if downhill is as bad as I think it is, plus armbar is really good, I might justify it. And who's the last guy? Yazzie. So Yazzie is going to be our platinum. I think it will be. I know, I don't know if it'll be good on bronze and bronze, but it might be. I don't know. We'll see. Yeah, that's usually where I saw the tick was like, okay, it's on silver, like everything's good. Oh, and then you would see gold was like the sweet spot, and then platinum was just always like insane for most abilities. And so far this year, I just feel like they nerfed everything, or all abilities. I think they just kind of like went away from it. Now, that's what a large portion of the community wants, though. There's a lot of people out there that don't like abilities, so they feel like it's like if you have a 96 stiff arm, that's all I need, right? Why do I need a platinum ability on top of it? You know what I mean? So I hear him. All right, so Yazzie, let's get his armbar to platinum and then burn his points. But obviously, I like abilities. That's, I wish I maybe it was too late in the cycle. EA, if you happen to be watching, please give us 4 abilities in a wild card. I think that would be so much fun to do. Like, I just imagine having, instead of like, sidestep on this elusive bruiser, I also have battering ram. Like, how cool would that be? Yeah, but then you gotta play cut. All right, so we got those guys all right there, and then we'll use I need somebody without a real running ability on him. We'll use John Cummings as no, I don't need to do no ability. I keep thinking I need to, but I don't. So I just did it. No, I didn't. No, I didn't do it with 96, so we'll use this guy. All right. All right, so and I think you said this in the chat, DK, but I'm no, I forgot already. Who are you looking at for your teams? That's fair. Oh, you know, but you know, maybe you'll get a fun pick that way. You're like, you're looking back at it, you're gonna be like, why did I pick fucking Wake Forest? You can make up for it. That's fair. That is fair. And in reality, I mean, well, so this is one thing I noticed last year. So in 25, I was playing in that CRL league, went to the national championship 2 or 3 times. You know, decent, nothing crazy, but decent. Didn't win any, unfortunately, but continuously in the playoffs every single year, making a run. And then I started off with Memphis in the following year in 26, and what I noticed was I was like, man, this is like I struggled like big time to keep up with people, and the gap just widened so fast that I was like, okay, all right, so that's what I don't want to happen this year. Not the Creator Dynasty, that's something different. Like, I don't care. Like, I care, but I'm cool with being a bad team. In the CRL one, I kind of want to set myself up for success. I only have really, with this whole YouTube channel, I only really have time, in my opinion, for 2 dynasties at most. All right, let's start cutting running backs. Don't need him. Okay. Why do you say that? Well, I didn't look at the comments recently. Oh, they'll be all right. Yeah. I mean, maybe they will be. We'll assume that they're going to make content and not be the worst player out there. You know, I'm not hating on Bordeaux, but even Bordeaux can win games and not get fired. So I think that, you know, Jake and Coco they'll be okay. Mm-hmm. Oh, you're good. Yeah. Yeah. No, absolutely. I mean, all right. All right, testing out armbar. Let's fight. All right, man, take it easy. I'm gonna actually. I was the one that had the question. So I was saying, you know, if you're looking at starting a, and again, you don't have to disclose anything that's, you know, paywall or anything like that, but I'm curious if you are a small school, you have a budget of anywhere from, you know, 12 to 1500 total NIL, not just unused NIL, but total NIL. Where, you know, where are you allocating? Like, where's your, like, this is really what you need to be focusing on with that little amount of NIL? Okay, yeah, that's fair. Mm-hmm. So I mean, like, I guess, I mean, what I would, you know, thinking this through, and when I did, like I said, when I did the beta, a lot of guys I targeted were these zero expectation NIL guys, and then I just moved it up to 10, just to be like, all right, nobody else. I mean, that's like you're essentially eliminating the competition, because even Georgia can only offer 10, right? Am I tracking that correctly? Mm-hmm. Dude, I'm with you. Like, my wife. Oh, yeah, I'm sure. Mm-hmm. 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 You know, that's something that I'm impressed with you being able to do, because I, you know, like, I look at it like I control my entire schedule, right? So like, I literally started doing off platform, and then I didn't like how it was going, so I just was like, nah, I'm not gonna do it. You know, like I could just change on the fly, and I don't know if I'd be able to just like have somebody essentially like I don't want to say, well, yeah, like dictate my schedule and be like, hey, you're gonna do this, and it's like, okay. Like I think that's when I'd be like, okay, this is difficult, like really difficult. How do you do this? Well, like saying like, okay, for instance, you're gonna figure out the support staff and if it's worth it or not. And you're like, okay, I don't know if I have the bandwidth to do that today, or if I don't, or maybe I just don't know if I feel comfortable with it today. You know what I'm saying? Compared to like where I can just say, I'm just not gonna do it today. I think that'd be hard for me to have somebody dictate my schedule. I guess I would. That's what I'm getting at. Hmm. Yeah. Mm. Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, yeah. Hmm. Yeah. Okay. Okay. So okay, that makes more sense. Like, um, yeah, it was just when you said, well, it's kind of hit me when you said, well, Poodle, was talking about this, and then we're gonna do this, and it's like, it's I'm like, oh, I don't know if I could do that. I don't know if I could just have somebody tell me, hey, you're gonna figure out, you're going to do off platform today. I'd be, okay, I guess. All right. Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, I hear you. Uh, so take this one down. Testing out armbar. Let's see. This is no ability. No ability on armbar right here. I'm trying TikTok Live for the first time. It's... I have to, like, this is such a bad setup right now. I'm like streaming an image of my OBS replay because it doesn't. Oh, okay. Armbar is already breaking tackles even on no ability. I like it. Because I don't have the rights to do it like use my capture card because TikTok does that. So it's ridiculous. Oh man, armbar's. I'm telling you right now, armbar is going to be far superior to downhill. I mean, at this point, I think it's a focus. You know, like I'm on no ability right now, and I'm sitting at about 50% broken tackle. And I didn't break a single tackle out of like, 80 attempts on no ability. What's going on, Don Gaming? We are testing out armbar right now. Sorry about that. Man. I definitely won't have any of that stuff. I feel like I'm going to be playing with the worst teams all year long. I've been like, I don't know why I'm like on this Georgia State kick. I like their stadium. That Turner Field. I think it's old Turner Field actually. Just here, let me. Just so you know, I did release a Press Pro video today on YouTube. Also, we just finished up downhill testing. That will be out tomorrow. And armbar will probably follow that. So what we do, I don't know. If you're joining the TikTok here, what I do is I do some... Let me just move that down here. And move that right there. Do about 20 attempts on each one as long as it gives me legitimate results. And then we move on to the next level. So we got 7 out of 20 on that one right there on armbar. And now we're going to flip it over to our first actual person that has it. Everybody has the exact same setup. Everybody has the same ratings, 96 stiff arm. So the only thing we're moving up on this is the armbar itself. So let's see. Of course, there's going to be a dice roll on all these. But generally speaking, we can get an idea. There we go. Oh. So 1 for 3 times 2. Light up. So Cape, what's like the most interesting thing you've found so far, like that you're like, whoa, that's, I mean, that you can talk about? So, you know, I saw that image, but we had that issue in 25, I think, too, wasn't it? It was just a visual glitch, though. Yeah, because they were like, there was. So I remember it was a speed thing, because I remember seeing people being like, oh, look at this, you know, quarterback or whatever that I have, and it's like 100. It was like 101 speed. I think that was 25. And it was just like, oh yeah, it's just a visual glitch. And you know, the guys came in, I think, at a 99. What's going on, Julio? We're doing some testing on armbar right now. We are 3 of 16 on bronze, getting this thing to go off. Pretty good ability so far on no ability, though. So Ty, what's going on? We got some testing on armbar. If you guys are interested in really setting your dynasties up, you want to know what abilities are going to work. I finished the downhill test today, so that will be out tomorrow on my YouTube. A full breakdown of the downhill ability and how good or not good it is. I'll give you a little hint. Not good. So we've done, you know, I'm going to do 40 on this. So normally I do 20 reps per, but I'm going to do 40 on this one right here. If you guys have any questions about abilities in general, throw them in the chat. I got a resource in a voice chat right now that is probably the biggest brains on the game. I'm talking about you, Cape. Not that you field enough questions as is. I don't envy you having to answer all those questions there. Now I think about it, with this TikTok live, I don't even know. Oh, you know what? Hold on. Dude, my voice has been off the whole time, I think. That's cool. Audio mixer, primary. What's going on, Troy? Sam, what is going on, guys? We are over here. We are testing armbar. If you guys can hear me, just drop something in the chat. This is the first time I've done any TikTok live. I appreciate you guys coming in. I really would love. Oh man, that was a cool animation. Brand new animation we just saw there. It looked like Derrick Henry about to pick up his child and throw him across the room onto the couch. That's the best way I can describe it. Man, armbar is going nuts right now. Even on the bronze level. This is definitely an ability. If you can afford it, I would focus it based off of early test, preliminary testing. Armbar is going to be there for you. What's going on, Sam? All right, we're on bronze right now. We are 9 out of 30, which doesn't sound like a lot, but I'm going to tell you guys this as somebody who did all the ability testing last year. This is they have nerfed abilities, in my opinion, so they're not as good as they were last year. So 10 out of 31 broken tackles is actually pretty good. And again, if you guys have anything at all you want to ask in the chat about abilities in college football 27 or 26, let me know. I can talk abilities. I did testing on about 40 of them last year. And I'm always open to answering questions. So just so you know, if you are just tuning in, everybody on this All the running backs have the exact same stats. Their height and weight is the exact same, and they're all going against the exact same defender to give us the best results that we can get. The only thing that changes on here is the actual ability level itself. And this year, it is a pain in the ass to set up. So if you want the full breakdowns of like the cleanly put together, my thoughts on everything, I also grade everything out on a multiple scales of like value and everything. If you want that information, it's over on the YouTube channel. Got Press Pro out today, and tomorrow will be downhill. Okay, so we just hit 40. Do we want to keep going? Let's go to 50. Let's go to 50, and then... And I really do some of these because I just enjoy the actual ability. I like playing with it. So, 13, 14... I think I need... Sorry for the... what's going on, Marie France? Sorry for the terrible setup here. TikTok does not allow me to stream live through my capture card at the moment because this is my first TikTok live ever. But we're testing out armbar. If you like College Football 27, drop something in the chat. What's your thoughts on College Football 27? Anybody have anything at all to say about it? We are on the bronze level of testing right now, and we're going to 50 reps per. You get a good idea, a good sample size of how well this ability works, or does not. More on that one, 47, 16, and 28. Now, I'll give you guys a hint for downhill. I'm not going to count that rep, by the way. It's a terrible rep. Downhill was not as good as last year. If you watched any of my videos last year, downhill was probably my number 2 ability in the game, and it definitely is not my number 2 ability this year. So if you're playing Dynasty, I would probably not focus on it. Now, if you're on cut, I think you might be... If you can get it on platinum, sure, go for it. All right, so we're going to wrap up the bronze testing there. We had 16 out of 50, and the ability lit up 28 times out of the 50. So let's flip it back over. What's going on, Link? Link, are you playing College Football 27 this year? And let's flip this over. So now what we're doing is we're going to be testing out the silver level of armbar. Again, all the people are the same. What's up, Tay? Tay, do you have 27 yet? Here's my question to you guys. How'd you like armbar last year? If you played with it, and what was your favorite running back ability last year? So what we're doing here is we're testing just the ability out. Every single thing is the same across the board for these guys, for these running backs. And I'm doing 50 reps per to get a good sample size here. If you want more information on the abilities, I do a full breakdown on my channel over on YouTube. Look at that. There we go. 4, 2. All right. I'm telling you guys right now, based off of what I've done with College Football 27, this is a better ability than downhill. Just being real. What's up, Kepe? Okay. You know, you were saying that, but doesn't that like make the game a little unfair? Because like, for instance, if I'm doing that, I could say, you know, I'm tossed up maybe between taking Rice and Georgia State, but Georgia State's coach is like a fantastic coach, you know, hypothetically. And if that's the case, like, wouldn't I just always take Georgia State? You know, like, you know what I mean? Like, doesn't that make it just, oh, I guess, too easy in some cases? Mm-hmm. I'm seeing the nerfs on this side, on the ability side, for sure. I was just saying I'm seeing the nerfs on the ability side. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, no, that's fair. So I'm a let's say I'm playing Georgia State. I'm in a 32 man team dynasty. You can't tell me the exact numbers on how many, you know, talent developers are out there, and I get that. But what should I focus on then? Should I just go with, say, hey, screw it, go tactician, man? Just like go motivator, like try to stack, like triple stack a motivator instead of um, fishing for a talent developer that you're probably not gonna get, and you're gonna spend way too much of your limited resources on. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. Yeah, you know, that's something I didn't think about either. I wasn't thinking about. I was like initially like, oh, I want talent developer, but if I develop them too quick, they're gone, and I don't know if I want that. All right. It's all your information. Yeah, that's fair. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Okay. That's a good point. Yeah. That's a very good point. Yeah. Yeah. Of course. I mean, elite recruiter is always there, but I think we were talking about this yesterday. Like, you're gonna spend so much time getting that, and unless you're starting off as Georgia, like if you're starting as Kent State in a dynasty, you're not getting it. Mm-hmm. Yeah, absolutely. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So I mean, and not only that, but I know you say it's like, well, it takes 4 bowl wins, but I mean, even if you're a G5 school, you can get into the playoffs. You can win. You could win 2 games. If you're a good player, you might even win more. So you could essentially get that in two seasons. We'll say. Even with a bad team. Mm-hmm. Yeah, absolutely. That's what we do. Yep. And even if for sure. I mean, even if the first year you don't do it, right? You just go to a regular old bowl game. That's still working towards that progression, which is important. Unlike talent developer, where if you don't have somebody, you don't have somebody. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. So, I think, you know, initially, I think I might go with what you guys are talking about here. Like, start with, I'm gonna make a recruiter coach, right, as a low level coach. Well, now I guess if you're a low level coach, do you say start with recruiter, or do you say start with tactician to go for your, if you're making a coach, to go for your okay. Mm-hmm. Yeah. 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 Well, it depends. I mean, like again, when I was playing the beta, like I signed a full class, but it's because I focused. Like, if I essentially, I wanted to fill my roster. I wanted to make sure I filled my roster, so I did a lot of like no NIL players. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not going to go up there and go, you know, for the guy that wants 200-300 NIL or even 100 NIL. I was like, why? I'll just get the 3-star that doesn't want any. Probably not. That's okay. I see what you're saying. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, you're getting what? You said 7, I think? 7 full seasons? Yeah. Well, yeah, I mean, well, so I think some of the concern, though, you know, going back to the let's just, you know, use created coaches, is does everything become too good too fast? So like one of my leagues we played in last year was a 48-hour advance, but it felt like the disparity happened so quick, between the haves and have-nots, right? The people essentially who started with P4 teams, even albeit lower level P4 teams, they just took off, and it was like impossible to catch them. And next thing you know, like the only people that won national championships in that league were the ones, those Wake Forest and essentially the halves, right? And so like if you look at it with that, if I start off with like a better P or G5 coach that just happens to be just one of the better guys out there, does that kind of make it difficult for the league if you're starting off with him compared to the guy that's starting off with, you know, not only Kent State but Kent State's coach? You know, no hate. That's fair. Yeah. Yeah. You know, I to that point there, I gotta say that is actually something I've heard on just on my channel. Is I've had somebody say thanks for everything, like I just won my first national championship mainly due to the things I learned on your channel. And I honestly, I'm like, it felt good. I feel like I was like a proud father. Oh man. Oh, for sure. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Yeah. Yep. Mm-hmm. Max plays, you know, he does some great stuff. Yeah, no, Max seems like a great guy just in general. Yeah. Yep. I appreciate that. I mean, um the only other channel that I see that does like really any ability testing is CFB Labs, but I think that they're I think they're making their content for the masses, for the people who for the shorts, for the TikTok, for the whatever. Like they don't seem to do as in-depth testing as they did for NBA 2K, and I think it shows because they kind of run NBA 2K for testing, and I don't know why, but it's like all they do is like, here's the cheese play, you know, here's a one play bomb, and it's like, yeah, you know, you guys can like you can defeat that, right? Like I know you act like it's a guaranteed touchdown, but it's not, you know, so uh okay, so no, you're good, you're good. Oh yeah, for sure. Uh, oh, I was just seeing Prince in the chat. I haven't seen him since 26. I appreciate him coming in. Yeah, I mean, I will say this: coming into the community, the creator community, I've been very impressed with the community that college football has. I feel like I was like welcomed in, like doing nothing at all, right? Like being a very very small channel. I'm still a small channel, and having people like Max literally ask for my phone number and be like, "Hey man, let's talk," and just like talking to me. Civil GG like taking the time to like send me voice messages. Bordeaux even on participating in one of my videos. Like I've been ever grateful, and I did not see that in the NBA 2K community. I didn't wasn't like a big creator or anything like that over there, but they just seem much more vulturish. Uh, Oh, absolutely. 100% that is a fact. Yeah, and I mean, honestly, like that can make or break. Some of these channels, like I know, for instance, there was a so I had a pretty good growth pattern, right? So like, I'm making these videos. I'm getting 10. I felt like 10-ish subscribers a day, and I felt pretty good about things. And then I hit a wall. I don't know why. I just wasn't getting anything. And then like out of the blue, like Jake from MF Film Room like shouted me out, and it was like 25 more subs that day. And like I don't I didn't ask for it. Like I didn't say, "Hey man, can you like give me a shout out or anything like that?" And he just did it because he liked my content. And like I don't think he understands. Like that meant a lot to me because I was already kind of like I was kind of wavering. Like I was like, should I keep going? Like I don't know. Like maybe I hit my wall, and then like I saw this like increase, and I'm like, man, I really appreciate the kindness of people. I try to do the same if I can. Yeah, of course. Oh, for sure. I mean, I see it. I see it in my Discord all the time. Uh, and I I call on you and DK like quite a bit. I'm like, hey, what do you guys think about this? Because, you guys are. I feel like you have far more knowledge on the game than I do. I just, I like the abilities and stuff like that. But, um, mhm. Do you now, just curious, do you have a degree in like data science or anything like that, or is this like how'd you get into data diving? Okay. Yeah. I do not. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, it's kind of wild. And maybe it's because the game, you know, it was gone for so long. There was such a hiatus, and there's such a like type game out there with Madden. So like, you know, Madden people that are doing well in their communities, I'm sure they don't want to switch over because they have their niche, you know. Um, and so maybe there's just that void. But I was really surprised as well that it's like, how does nobody have this information? Coming from the NBA 2K community, I mean, there's so much information out there, you know, modded controllers, you know, making sure that like down to the milliseconds, you know what jump shot to use or what not to use. Oh my god, that's a highlight. Um and so coming over here and being like, how much does this help? And it's like nobody has any idea. Like what? What do you mean nobody has any idea? Oh, sure. Sure. I mean, I get it. I get it. You know, it's a at the end of the day, it's a business. I understand that. I am in the camp though that I'm okay with some monetization um, in the game, right? Because like you know, first of all, you know, I think people forget to realize that most games, the standard edition game has barely changed from like 1990 how much the game costs, right? So I remember I bought Ken Griffey Jr. Baseball in like what 1993, and it was 59.99. 59.99 in 1993 was like a car payment. You know, like it was a lot of money. And nowadays it's like, oh sure, it's 69.99, but it's like, dude, that's like one DoorDash meal. Yeah. But I mean, but are we really? You know, because like when you still really when you break it down to entertainment per hour, it's still the cheap. It's the cheapest. Yeah, it's the cheapest thing out there. It's not even close. Yeah. Yeah, I, I'm not against like I'll never be against cosmetic monetization at all because like to me I just don't care about it. You know, like if I'm playing certainly if I'm playing like a first person shooter, I'm like I don't even see the item, you know, like I really don't care. Go ahead, charge me 55 wings or whatever, game bucks or whatever you want to do so somebody else can buy, you know, an outfit or something like that. I don't care. If you have the money, go for it. As long as it doesn't affect gameplay specifically, I don't care. I'm all for people making their money off people who want to buy that stuff. I think you should. I think developers should do that, to be honest. Because if there's a market there, sell it. NFCs, like the non-fungible tokens or whatever, or sure. Yeah, I mean they're definitely more functional than an NFT. I mean, yeah, because sure, and like again, like I'm not. I think that's good. You know, if the developer can make $100,000 off that, they can pay their staff or get better staff because of that. Awesome. You know, um, one thing I've noticed in this game. So last year, when you were doing testing, it was kind of a pain in the ass because constantly actually let me stop my TikTok stream. I want to pause this and start it again. And live now. Because the ability levels would go up in practice mode. They do not do that anymore. So that's something nice. Super nice for me. But at the same time, now I can never test Heisman in an isolated environment. So now I have to go into a game, but that's fine. I like playing the game as well. I don't like that I'm playing Indiana. Why am I playing Indiana again? This is like another game where I'm playing Indiana. All right. Who's on the schedule? Because maybe I'll just skip this game. I gotta get a. What? Georgia State? Their schedule in this league that I'm like 7 years in or 5 years in or whatever. At Indiana, at Ohio State, at Boise State. Jeez, guys. All right, let's go to what's that? Wait, are you serious? Did I not get that update? Yeah, they had things like backlash or something like that instead of battering ram. Oh, did they revert it back to sidestep and battering ram and all that stuff, or did they? Interesting. That makes no sense. All right. I don't, yeah, and maybe I was hoping when I saw those, I was like, oh, maybe they're actually a bunch of different abilities. But yeah, I don't know. That's I was hoping that they would. I can't believe they didn't put one new ability in or one new archetype in. Really, it seems like a missed. I thought you said there's too many linebacker archetypes. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Gotcha. Yeah. All right, so what are we doing here? I also noticed not every team has a crowd pattern that they can do, like striped or whatever. Just observation. So like, you know how like you can do like a striped crowd pattern or a checkerboard. Each team is limited, and I don't know if it's based off like prestige or their stadium or something, but I've noticed some teams only have blackout, some teams have, you know, white, black, and team color out. Just random thought there. Where am I at? 217. I know, that's what I feel like. I'm like, okay, where am I at? What am I doing? Do I even get to play the game today naturally, or do I just do testing? We're just doing testing at the moment. So if you are joining the stream there on TikTok, we have completed the isolated testing option IQ. So we've done no ability all the way through platinum for armbar, and now I'm going in for a user. So I'm playing with both controllers here and seeing if it has similar results in a user test. Okay. And I'm an idiot, and I picked the wrong playbook, so I gotta go out. And then I think once I get done, what's that? I mean, I always will be, I'll err on the side of more, right? Like, I'm always positive, like, that we have more stuff. But I haven't really played with any of them, honestly, because I'm sitting here, and again, it's just like test after test after test, just so I can get ahead of the game. Mm-hmm. Why do you question the shell playbook specifically? Well, I mean, so that's fair. Well, I would say the argument would be is like some alignments or some formations don't have actual, they like, you know, if you're like, I think 4-6 doesn't have a shell. So maybe if I'm very, very like shell-oriented type person, I'm gonna say I just want the formations that I can absolutely always run a shell in. You know what I mean?
Guys have real success at smaller levels, right? It's not just the power forward. These are guys that end up getting
That's fair. I get that. Why is that stopped? I feel like my live is not working over here.
And he is one of the best players on the he actually is the best player on this team, and he is option number 1 for this squad.
That's I mean I'm not disagreeing. but I can see from that perspective of like it, maybe if they didn't want to do that, I'm not going to be able to get this playoff. If they didn't want to do that, they can say, hey, this is always going to be this shell formation or this shell playbook will have every single thing will have a shell available. I mean, that's my only thought. All right. We're gonna put in Yazzie. Yazzie's our guy here. We're running armbar test, so we've already done the test in the playbook. I don't know what's going on with my live stream. Doesn't look like it's streaming anything on the old TikTok.
10, 15 times a game, make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20 yard gains just because of the body blow effect.
All right, so user versus user test. We go 1 for 1. We got.
They were prepared to see it in this game, and you're seeing it on that play right there. Everybody doing a great job with assignment football, staying in their gaps, accounting for anyone who can.
Oh, get off.
They were ready for the pitch guy.
Get off.
They're able to make a quick stop.
They bring him down the option 1-2 perfection, and it will move the chains.
And I think that was step 1 for this offense. You didn't want to start back.
And then just to make sure I can.
Nice job getting that first down.
Let's go aggressive.
Now I look to see if they get back on script. Maybe get aggressive.
I don't know if you guys can even see what I'm doing here, but hopefully you can. Oh, there we go. There's the Heisman. Finally got the Heisman to pop up. We only needed 2 stiff arms.
Well, this defense knew coming into the game they were going to see the option, and they didn't know exactly how it was going to look specifically. They've seen it a few times early in this game. They've given up some yards, but it looks like they're clamping down on it now.
Who's that?
We know they've got speed. They can go sideline to sideline. Nice job that time. Getting hats over to the football, getting to the pitch man in the perimeter of the field, and getting him down on the ground.
They'll make the tackle, but not before he's got enough to move the sticks and has this defense's head spinning with the option.
Jim Dockery.
Getting this running back going was step number 1. It was priority number 1. He said it makes the whole offense go. Like he is the bell cow. He is the guy. This offense doing exactly what they set out to do.
That is very fitting.
Now the pitch. Thrust that arm out. Got enough for the first. He's wrestled to the ground. They ran the option beautifully, and they pick up the first down.
I think it's really important for this offense. They get this guy going in the game, and they're doing a nice job of that right now. Remember, he's the kind of running back.
I'm going to tell you right now, I know what I'm going for with my abilities. This is. There's no doubt about it. Armbar is better than not even close. Oh, what's going on? I mean, me too, right? Because again, I was so happy to hear that Pure Runners got downhill. And I will post all the notes here in a minute. As soon as I'm done with this test, into the premium part of the Discord there. Hey DK, do you have me on TikTok? I okay, I'm just curious if it's live, because like, so I've done TikTok live, and on my screen it's just like not moving. It looks like it's frozen, and of course people are coming in and going out, but I have like no idea. They're not, you know, nobody's saying anything.
The Panthers kept this drive moving on the ground. Now back to
Now, can you see the stream though? Because like
on the option.
it says, yeah, I'm seeing it's live, but it's like it's on my TikTok live studio, like nothing's moving. It just looks frozen. Okay, awesome. Awesome.
After that run, there is a player still down on the field.
Okay, so something is happening on the screen right now, and it's not. Okay, so yeah, it's, I don't know what's going on with it. It was working just fine, and now it's not. So, no. So it's every time I open up OBS, it switches to that screenshot. But it's weird because it was working. Yeah. Well, whatever. I'll let it go for 14 more minutes so I can get the. I have to do 3 streams at 25 minutes each before it lets me use my capture card. In TikTok live, yeah, you can't use your capture card. You have to do like unfun stuff, I guess, first. like all right, I guess. I'm telling you right now, it's not only is it better, but it's also way more fun. I should, man, I haven't been paying attention. I just keep. I'm going full armbar this year, like a. Yeah, so. Well, you know, it's like, it first of all, it is better overall. I would also say that downhill being so much worse, like, makes it, you know, worthwhile. Oh, I will, trust me. That was a fun test. Like, the tests that suck, honestly, are just the ones that are just unfun to do. But like hurdle, that's fun. Give me ball security. I'm just gonna go try to jump people for an hour and a half. I would call that the floating Heisman. Yeah, right. Let's punt this back. Also, it looks like the default punting distance is increased. It just looks, every time I punt, I'm like, man, it just feels like it's a lot further.
Georgia State takes over, ready to send out the offense. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead.
Yeah.
Obviously,
yeah, pretty much.
on first down, and they use the timeout. After using an early one, 2 left for them.
All right.
First and 10 from inside their own 5. You got to take care of the ball, but there is room to take a shot here. Goes to the option.
Oh, did it?
On the option.
Something I definitely did not know. Man, I was tracking all that. No, I'm not. That's all right. No. It was like the last drive. I like forgot to track like 3 runs in a row because I was just having fun stiff arming people. And now I got to watch the whole stream over. Oh, man. That's a highlight. Oh, he's so slow. That is a highlight. Where am I at on my stream?
And this dude has been a problem today. Almost 200 yards rushing. Rips off another long run. He has been impossible to stop. They featured him, and Palmer, I would continue to feature him.
Yeah, I would too, David. I think he's the definition of a running back that gets better as the game goes on. The more and more you give him the football, he just seems to get stronger. He seems to get faster. People do not want to
use regular coaches at that point.
And the extra point pushes the lead to 14. Only
yeah.
2 plays to find the end zone on that drive and gashing them on the touchdown run finish
Yeah. I mean, I'm okay with not having a super high level coach, right? That's just, I'm okay with that. So like, I'm fine with starting fresh. If I'm, you know, a commissioner of a dynasty or whatever, I'm okay starting fresh and letting everybody, you know, build out their coaches however they see fit. But for the sake of like fairness, everybody starts at 0 and I'm fine with that. And even if they only get to level 40 or whatever, I'm okay with that. Now I get some people are like, if I'm playing an online dynasty, I want to play an online dynasty with like, I want to be, you know, a level 100 coach, or I want at least the opportunity to be a level 100 coach. And I get that. Not against it whatsoever.
On the option. Now the toss. Maybe picked up a couple as he gets it to the 14. Following that run, we have a player who is shaken up after picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. They'll run the option. Keeps it on the option. Powers through the defender.
Yeah.
Now they've got breathing room. Got 6 all the way out to the 20.
Just really solid play by this offense. Nice job. Whatever the defense gives you the option, they're trying to make you wrong. The problem is, defensively, you got so much to cover. Nice chunk game. Just remember, that quarterback can also stick his foot in the ground, get north-south, and make...
So here's the question, though. In general, do most people need those high-level coaches? You know what I mean? So, like, a good player with... You know, a good player in a competitive dynasty, you'd probably be fine with just, you know, 30. You know, you're probably going to win anyways, you know, so.
Oh, gives him the tough stiff arm. That's about as close as you can get to that marker, and it will be 2nd and just a few breaths away from the first down. The Panthers come to the line. This situation, you might see a shot play.
Okay, yeah, that's fair.
This drive has been exclusively on the ground. Could they be setting up a shot play? On the option. He'll toss it. And he's swallowed up immediately. Stopped right at the line of scrimmage.
That's fair, yeah.
Understanding responsibility football.
What's that?
Playing the first option, playing the second option. There was absolutely nowhere to go. Nice job being dialed in exactly.
There's some room. Powers through. Pushed out of bounds at the 39-yard line. A big pickup.
But that doesn't make any, you know, like from a standpoint of EA trying to make money, that makes no sense. If there's a dad out there that wants to, you know, spend all of his money, like, let him.
And runs through another guy. Down to the 26-yard line before they ride him out of bounds, and this defense is on its heels.
That's possible.
And the Panthers back to the line on first down. Let's see if they keep leaning on this running game. The option look. He'll toss it. Runs through the tackle. Blast his way ahead, but not much room. A pickup of 1 to the 20.
Well, I will say this too. In the 2K community, one of the issues many moons ago when you could do like you do your offline, people would always find a way to like, you know, start it online or start it offline and like get essentially things for free online.
Headed to the end zone. Touchdown, Georgia State. He shed tackles right and left and housed it. How efficient have they been as they extend this lead here in week 5?
Anytime the pitchman is able to score on these option-type plays, there has to be great blocking downfield by the wide receiver.
Oh, yeah, I mean, that makes sense too.
Absolutely textbook, and that's what allowed the running back to go score.
And they pick up the extra point. Kicker knocked it right down the middle.
Also true.
And he's not going to take the touchback. I I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. The Bulldogs offense is on the field, ready to get this drive cranked
Yeah.
up. They haven't
Yep.
exactly burst out of the starting blocks, and they need to get something together with this possession. Makes the catch, wants to make a move upfield. And the punt team able to smack him to the ground. Georgia State takes over as the offense comes out ready to go on the attack. They could not have drawn up a better start than this, already up 21-0. Rides the option, he keeps it. Hard running there. Another broken tackle. They bring him down, the option 1-2 perfection, and it will move the chains. That's the end of the quarter. Georgia State has the lead here. Let's take a look at the numbers, and they have jumped out to an impressive start. This could be a pivotal moment.
Oh, I see. Look at this. Coco beat Cruton in the chat here. That's what's up. Oh yeah, hey Coco, we are in the voice channel over in the Discord if you want to be in here. If you're able. I know you're a busy man yourself.
So first down here as they go back to work.
We're testing out armbar. I'm telling you right now, guys, armbar is superior
Down the pitch.
to downhill. If you want to see the whole breakdown, downhill is coming out tomorrow. Armbar full video will be out on the 5th probably.
Hand it off, get a push up front, go get positive yardage.
Also, one thing just to tell you, DK, there's a couple more animations for armbar, and one of them is it's like a very quick animation. It's kind of like that downhill animation where, you know, like they shuck them off real fast. So like you can essentially armbar somebody and just almost immediately gain speed again, which is good. And then also there's one that looks like a dad about to throw his kid into the couch. And I cannot wait until I do that online to somebody.
They can rely on this guy to pick up
that's what it kind of looks like, because he grabs him by like almost like by the collar and like almost picks him up and like throws him. It's pretty fantastic.
quick toss. The stiff arm,
I'm
and now he's got room. Perfectly timed on that pitch, and they pick up the first down on the play.
I wouldn't say I'm not gonna say it's broken. It's not broken. It is a very good ability though. Now on the Heisman level, it is broken.
Breaks the tackle. Got enough for the
I will say that.
and he will finally go out of bounds after another.
But it should be, because you have to pay 20 skill points to upgrade your power. You know what I mean? Like
They'll run the option.
it is, and you have to do it at 99, like, or 96 for platinum. Like it should be very good.
To the 26. And after that run,
No.
there is a player still down on the field.
Now I don't know if this is a question. This is probably more. No, maybe this is a DK question. I don't know. This might be a cap A question here. What was there a specific player archetype that came in with the highest armbar? Like, you know, like you would look at
Pitch, and he didn't have to.
like maybe an athlete
If he just holds onto that football,
something, like, or was it like everybody was they're about the same last year?
I think that's a play on the option. The quarterback
Or stiff arm, excuse me. Yes, stiff arm.
Pass the marker. They'll say he stepped out of bounds right at the 17. The Panthers pounded the rock to move the sticks. Now back to work. They'll run the option. The
Yeah,
keeper
sure. I mean, they're the ones that are gonna get it. But I'm curious if
doing damage on the ground as he runs it down to the 11-yard line. Operating in the red zone here on second down. On the option.
Gotcha.
The pitch. Powers through the defender. And he stopped right there. No gain on the play. Clock stops momentarily as there is a
That's
major
great.
bulldog on the play.
Gadget wide receiver. Yeah, no, that's. I mean, that makes sense because they're the cheapest for power, right? So.
Runs through a tackle. They'll make the stop about a yard short of the first down.
And the offense on that option play, they're just thinking we're going to use our speed to our advantage, and we're just going to outflank you easily and pick up this first down on 3rd and short. But how about the defense? Everybody
Gadget.
staying home. You saw the speed and their ability to get outside and get a stop, now setting up 4th down.
And nothing doing on the ground. This defense having none of it and stopping him on 4th down.
Nice.
This defense plays aggressive on 4th and short, and they
All
are
right,
rewarded.
so-
Figured they would run the football. They did. Nice job getting some penetration and stopping that.
Well, no, I said both of you are, crazy people that I would not want to play online dynasties with until I invited DK to mine. So. I'll tell you this, man, that is a competitive league. There's a couple people. I mean, we had one guy, his name's Jay Battis in there, and he probably wins like 95%, 97% of his games. So I mean, really, really good guy. I mean, there's no cheese involved with his game. From what the times I played him twice. Almost beat him the first time. There wasn't any cheese. I never got mad like, oh, this is some bull. It was always just like, no, man, he just good player. All right, so I think I'm gonna stop my stream here.